Good day all, welcome to Obed Farm. Well, the past week has been quite windy, it's been quite grim, but as always, the weather right now it's now back to being sunny and hot. And it being sunny and hot, it's now really the we're now just hoping now for the rains. This year, if the rains don't come, we're really in for a bind as farmers. But you're always hoping for good rains. Sometimes, normally, this is the year that we have the worst drought, and then after the drought, is normally you get extremely good rains to a point whereby you cannot grow anything. So you need to also be very careful and making sure that you plan your farming endeavors as proper. These goats that I do have here, as much as I just take care of a small herd that I do have, it is just meant to for me to grow this herd, just do a little bit of things using the goats, having a lot of structures up and trying to think of what is the next best way. As you have seen, that I start projects, I go way into them, and then after some time I then start something new. It's not because that I do not want to keep doing one specific breed of thing that I'm doing, but I've got a lot of things that I'm doing. So that makes you start thinking that what has been 2024. 2024 is probably the most challenging year for me being a farmer. The challenges that I have faced, not too many people should face them, and we do not want people to face them, because facing those challenges really makes life very difficult being a farmer. And this is the time that the quitting part starts creeping in, and then you start thinking about so many other things that you want to do, and is it really worth it, all the money that you're spending into trying to do all these things so that you do all these projects to becoming profitable? Is it really worth it? And once you start getting to that point, I don't want to lie to you, it is very, very difficult. Your mind starts spinning round and round, starts imagining other things that you could be doing, and where other places you could be investing that money that you are currently investing in this endeavor and into this farming project. And once you start coming up with all these ideas and thought processes, you are really in for quite I can say, a hurdle of trying to manage that. Do you want to keep on farming this way, or do you think that you need to change? Change is always important, but at the same time, your goals and your ambitions are also very, very important. My ambitions of farming is, I started this off as a small project. I really wanted to be a full-time farmer, but full-time farming actually showed me that it's not really possible. So I've been trying to balance this farming thing with other things, and at the end of the day, when you have something that itches you or scratches you, you always find ways of overcoming the challenges. And when you start overcoming these challenges, you start finding solutions. The solutions that you find, some of them do work, some of them don't work at all. And then you start saying to you, and then when they do work, that is when you start wanting to do more and more of that thing. And when you want to do more of it, that is when you're faced with new challenges. But 2024, as a person who has been farming, 2024 has been extremely the hardest for me. It has really, the economy has really tanked, and everything that I've done or I've tried to do either has put me backwards, or the other projects that I'm doing have been put on hold because of certain other aspects that have caused me to stop them. But I haven't given up yet, and giving up is not something that I always tend to want to do. You just tend to say to yourself, how do you readjust yourself and work on it, and you just need to keep on readjusting yourself. And the readjustments sometimes are heavy, and I can actually say that this is the year I think I've actually spent the least amount of money on farming or doing things which I consider farming, because I'm saying to myself that if I keep on pouring in money and I fail to achieve what I want to achieve, will it be worth it? And when you start going down that line, you then start saying to yourself, let me let me do A, B, C, D, which is different. And the different things that you start doing is that's why I say that you need to actually master 1 or 2, 3 things which really can make you money. For me, I've mastered the broilers. So for me, I do know very well that I've got a little bit of income coming all the time from the broilers. Now from the eggs, I'm very confident that I get a few cents from the eggs. But all the other things that are on the farm right now are more of a standstill, or things which I cannot invest a lot of money into. There's a time I really wanted to invest a lot of money into goats, and there was a reason why I wanted to invest in it, because I had a final outlet, but that outlet has actually stopped. So when that outlet stopped, you then say to yourself, if I invest in that project, where then do I sell those goats to? Or where do I sell those things? Yes, there are a lot of people ask me that, they want my goats, they want this and that. Yes, I know where to find people who have got the goats, but I prefer the person to go themselves to look for it, or to look for them themselves, because what I do or what I am doing is probably very different from what you will need to do. So I tell people, hey, do this, but try to do it in the area that you do understand. And once you do that, then it becomes easy for you, and much more easier for you to understand what you need to do, and when you need to do it, and how it needs to be done. And once you start learning that kind of narrative and doing things that way, then you will start seeing that your business or whatever goals that you have set for yourself are starting to be fruitful. So what does it mean for me this year? It means that to me, this year I'm really going to consider it a year of truly and utter losses. And I do accept that this year there's nothing really for me that I can actually say that I have managed to achieve a lot of things on the farm, or we have managed to do a lot of things that are very productive. No. So what do? We now look at 2024, 2025. 2024 being the year that we are hoping that the rains come early. They had been predicted from the 15th of October, but I can see from the weather patterns it keeps on being pushed backwards and backwards, which means that probably if the earliest rains come will be on the 28th of October. That's if they even come on the 28th of October. Last year they only came in December. So what we've just done is that we have actually just gone and we have actually plowed about 1 acre of land. Yes, only 1 acre. This year I'm not actually, I can't see myself, I'm not really seeing myself doing a lot on agricultural side. Reasons being is that I've got this feeling that it may end up badly. Somehow that feeling inside of me is just telling me that it's not looking like a good year for farming, and I will just plant that 1 hectare and sorry, not that 1 acre of land, and see what we come up with. And then that is mainly on the farming side. This year I really don't see myself doing anything. Next year I will sit down, rethink my strategy, retool myself, and rethink of what I want to do on the farm. What is the best way to do the farming, and what do I think I should be doing that will make this place generate revenue? And now that I've learned to generate a little bit of revenue, it's now time to generate more revenue. If not, probably work on the construction thing, and that right now is also slowed down because people do not have disposable income to buy properties, and them failing to also buy properties means that you're not able to sell your properties that you would have done and you have completed, or the other people are struggling as much as you're struggling to get money for them to do the projects that they were planning to do for that year. So all these things are the things that probably 2024 and October is actually showing me that it's not going to be easy. It's just going to be another hard year. And this year I have actually accepted a loss, and as I said, I've decided to walk away from 2024, waiting for 2025. So 2024, do not expect anything. If I do something amazing, I will talk about it, but I don't see myself doing anything amazing at all here in this year. I'm just looking at it as a year that I said, nah, nothing is really working. What is the next way, and what can we do best for next year? Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. And those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a good day.